FIFA are investigating Argentina, a banner, a war, and a World Cup final. Argentina just reached a World Cup final. Within hours, they sparked an international incident, a banner, 4 words, and a wound that goes back to 1982. FIFA are now investigating. This is not just a football story, this is history walking onto a football pitch after the final whistle in Atlanta. Argentina players held up a banner. It read, "Las Malvinas son Argentinas, the Falklands, are Argentine two nations." A 43-year dispute, and a World Cup semi-final as the stage. England had just been beaten 2-1. And in that moment, Argentina did not just celebrate a football result, they made a political statement on the biggest stage in world football. To understand why this cuts so deep, you need 1982. Argentina, ruled at the time by a military junta led by General Leopoldo Galtieri, invaded the Falkland Islands. The islands sit 300 miles off Argentina's east coast, a British overseas territory, in the southwest Atlantic Ocean. The conflict lasted 74 days, April to June 1982. 649 Argentine servicemen died, 255 British servicemen died. 3 people from the islands also lost their lives. This is not a distant abstract dispute, this is blood. This is history. This is still raw, but here is what the data tells us about the Falklands today. In 2013, the people of the Falkland Islands voted. A referendum. A 2-day vote turnout, more than 90% of 1,517 votes cast. 1,513 voted to remain a UK overseas territory. 3 votes were against 3. The people of the islands spoke overwhelmingly, clearly, unmistakably, and still the sovereignty dispute between the UK and Argentina continues now. Back to Atlanta, 2 Argentina players held that banner on the pitch. Lisandro Martinez and Giovani Celso both celebrated a World Cup semi-final win. Both chose that moment to make that statement. FIFA responded immediately. Their spokesperson confirmed the independent disciplinary committee is, quote, assessing the match reports and considering the relevant circumstances before deciding on potential further steps. That is FIFA language for we are watching, and we may act. But here is what FIFA also confirmed: there is no prospect of Argentina losing their place in the final. Whatever happens, they face Spain on Sunday. But watch what changes when you look at the precedents, because this has happened before. In 2014, Argentina held the exact same banner before a friendly against Slovenia. Same message, same words, same claim. FIFA fined them £20,000. That was a friendly. This is a World Cup semi-final between Argentina and England, specifically the 2 nations directly involved in the 1982 conflict. The same conflict. The banner references that context, changes everything, and here is where it gets serious. There is precedent for players being banned, not just fined. After the 2012 Olympic Games bronze medal match, South Korea midfielder Park Jong-woo held a sign reading, "Dokdo is our territory." Dokdo, a group of inlets disputed between South Korea and Japan. FIFA charged Park. Months later, a 2-match suspension. He missed 2 World Cup qualifiers. Now consider this: UEFA banned Spain players Alvaro Morata and Rodri for 1 game each. Their offense chanting Gibraltar is Spanish during Euro 2024 celebrations. Gibraltar, British territory since the 18th century. The parallel is exact. Liberal Democrat leader Ed Davey has already called for the Argentina players who held the banner to be suspended for Sunday's final. He cited the Morata and Rodri ban directly. Now let us talk about the political reaction, because this is where it gets complicated. Argentina's president Javier Milei called the players' action, quote, understandable and valid, but then in the same breath he drew a line. He said the things that happen on the pitch are, quote, not part of diplomacy. And he went further: indeed, the Malvinas are Argentine. We are going to recover them, and we're going to do it in the diplomatic field by acting intelligently. So Argentina's own president validated the gesture, but separated it from official state diplomacy. That is a careful line to walk. The UK government reaction was immediate and unified. Downing Street-backed calls for FIFA to investigate. The Prime Minister's official spokesperson said, quote, the World Cup might not be ours, but the Falkland Islands definitely are. Our commitment to the Falklands will never waver. Peter Kyle, the business and trade secretary, called it, quote, essential that politics is kept out of the World Cup. He praised England's professionalism and dignity and said, quote, that was in real contrast to what we saw with the Argentine team. Kemi Badenoch, Conservative Party leader, said FIFA quote, absolutely should investigate the message from UK political leadership. Across all parties was the same, this crossed a line, and then the voice. That matters most in this story, the government of the Falkland Islands themselves, they said they were, quote, disappointed about the banner. They expressed hope that FIFA will, quote, sanction all behavior of this nature in line with its own rules. And they added, quote, we do not wish to see politics being brought into sport. These are the people whose home is at the center of this dispute. Their voice calm, clear, dignified, and their message keep politics off the pitch. So where does this leave us? FIFA are assessing no ban, yet no fine, yet no decision, yet but the precedents exist. The Park Jong-woo case. The Morata and Rodri case. The 2014 Argentina fine. The question is whether FIFA treat this as a routine breach or something more serious. Because the context here is not routine. This was not a friendly, this was a World Cup semi-final between the two nations directly connected to the 1982 conflict with the banner carrying the same message Argentina were fined for in 2014. FIFA must now decide, is this the moment to draw a harder line? Drop your answer in the comments right now. Should Lisandro Martinez and Giovani Lo Celso be suspended for the World Cup final against Spain? Or does FIFA let it go with a fine? And if you want the full breakdown of Sunday's final, Spain versus Argentina, that video is already on the way. Make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss it.